Good morning, everybody. It's another Monday morning, and I trust that as you get ready to perhaps do your Monday morning duties, for a lot of you, I know that you're home. For those who are not, essential services. I want to wait for about another minute or so before I get going with our weekly broadcast here this morning. But how was your week? How did you do the past week? I trust that last week was a better week than the week before, and this week starting yesterday is even going to be greater for you as well. I do believe this morning that I have a word to challenge and to encourage and to get you past all of the stuff that you had dealt with perhaps in the last week. It is now 10:02 on the East Coast. And I'm going to get going this morning with a word. So, good morning to each and every one of you, and welcome to Inspirational Vitamin, your word for your week. This week, the word is gratitude. The quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness. For some of you this morning, you may be asking yourself, what should I be grateful for? I've lost my job. I'm limited to what I can do at home. My business have abruptly stopped. There are so many other factors that you could reference that would cause you not to be grateful, not to be thankful. But can I remind you that the mere fact that you're watching this video, the mere fact that you're listening to me this morning is sufficient to be thankful. Someone once said that gratitude is the attitude that sets the altitude for living. I want to say that again. Gratitude is the attitude that sets the altitude for living. So let me ask you a question. How are you living this morning? Are you living in fear? Are you living in uncertainty? Are you living in anxiety? Are you living with misinformation? If you are, I want for you to change that for this week. Remember, gratitude is the quality of being thankful, the readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. I believe this morning that you can find somewhere along those lines that you can fulfill one of those things. Be thankful, be ready to show appreciation, and also to return that favor. So this week, I challenge you, in spite of all that you are faced with, be thankful. Express gratitude. The New York Times on March 14 wrote an article, and the headline was, Italians finds moment of joy in this moment of anxiety. And the Times went on to say that it started with a national anthem. Then came the piano, the chords, the trumpet blasts, the violin serenades, and even the clanging of pots and pans. All of it spilling from people's homes, out of their windows and from their balconies, and rippling across the rooftop. Finally, on Saturday afternoon, a nationwide round of applause broke out for the doctors and the medical front line fighting the spread of what they call the European worst coronavirus outbreak. The Times finished that article by saying it was from our heart, as they interviewed this lady, to say thanks, to show that we can get past this, said Emma, a 73-year-old woman, who came out of her terrace on her balcony apartment with her grandchild and clapping her hands, celebrating those who are on the front line. Let me close with this morning. It was Carol Kent, the author of the book A New Kind of Normal, which is an interesting topic in of itself. Showing gratitude, Carol said, has to do with appreciation benefits received and expressing that kindness to others. She said true gratitude evidences itself by bringing joy to others and alleviating their comfort. I know this morning that some of you are in a better position than a lot of other people. You're not in a ventilator. You're not in a hospital. I mean, you are still doing the thing that perhaps you'd have normally do, except you're home. But what can you do at home? You can do a lot of things. Last week I talked about family, and I talked about picking up the phone and call someone who you haven't spoken to for quite some time. In fact, this past week, I ended up doing that. A friend of mine who lives in the Cayman Islands, and I haven't talked to him in like, I don't know, probably 10, 15 years. And somehow I reached out to him and check on him to see how he was doing and how his family was doing. This week, I want for you to express gratitude in ways that perhaps you have never thought of. But you can make an impact in someone else's life. And I know by doing that, you're not only going to fulfill something that you will look back and say, I'm glad I did, but someone else at some day, at some point, may say thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for expressing the love, the joy, the thankfulness. And I believe by doing that this week, your week will be far greater than the week you had last week. Do me a favor, share this video with your friends, your family, and join me next week, same time, same place, for your word, for your week. Until then, have a grateful heart.